Armored Core 6, a mech-based game developed by From Software, and it's been 10 years since the last installment of this 15-part series. But beyond all that, I must confess, this is my first Armored Core game I've ever played. However, in this video I plan to platinum Armored Core 6 by completing the game a minimum of 3 times, working all its endings, finding all collectibles, and ultimately S-ranking all missions. More on that later. My first playthrough will be centered around the Fires of Raven ending. The difficulty of this trophy is 8 out of 10, followed by 50 plus hours of game time. But first I need to give special thanks to the guys at powerpix.com, making this video even possible. The link is in the description below, so send them some love. This video will include spoilers, so for those who desire to play through the game spoiler free, you have been warned. So you start AC6 being shot down on approach. Your handler Walter gives you the debrief.
There's a catapult ahead.
Here you get used to the controls, basically the tutorial, whereby the controls do take a little while to get used to.
The contaminated city down there. That's where you're landing. Time to fly, 621.
After touchdown, Walter tasks you with extracting pilot data from several wrecked ACs, till we do eventually find the necessary one.
Let's see about this license. That's it. Try accessing the rack.
Here is where most Souls players get rinsed for real.
Registration number RB23.
I don't want to disclose how long it took me to beat this guy, but after some time, after some more time, I eventually did do it. Did award us with our first bronze trophy, illegal entry. The next was hardware engineer, a bronze trophy which required me to assemble my first AC. Operation Wall Climber is the next trophy we set our sights on. It's the first real mission where we are expected to implement the skills learned in the tutorial, putting them into practice. So without getting too technical or descriptive, we are tasked with breaching the impassable wall, avoiding the Juggernaut from shooting random shells from the top. We are required to destroy some turrets, a tetrapod, and breach the wall ultimately. We then make our way to the top, where we do actually have an interesting boss fight with an interesting mechanic.
One of the infamous handler Walter's hounds. Interesting. You ready to climb the wall?
Only being able to damage him from behind. Bit annoying, actually is quite annoying for the first time around, but no doubt doable. And obviously doing this boss fight awarded us with the bronze trophy, Operation Wall Climber. And after that, after several more missions, we're giving training programs for the next trophy we are expected to clear. All training missions, which would eventually award us with training complete and a bronze trophy. Software engineer is another bronze trophy, acquiring us to upgrade our AC's OS. We did leave for quite a while, as for some reason I'm a weirdo that stocked up a shit ton of credits. Attack the watch point is where the game gets really mean. Like really mean. This mission took far too many attempts to not invoke tears. First hurdle is when we have to fight that stupid AC with the bubble machine, which to be honest is a try at best. And then Beltus just rips me a new one every single time. I swear it must have been a good solid 5 hours of just pure torture until it becomes apparent that the game encourages you to experiment with different builds for this fight, as the force field literally screws you sideways. But with much effort and a little much needed research, I grew to understand the game mechanics better. Finally got the contact trophy. Annoyingly, it was only a bronze.
Main system activating combat mode.
The ocean crossing trophy is awarded by defeating the spider boss, but first we are required to survive a massive death trap bridge by dodging laser beams until we eventually defeat the boss, followed by a cutscene whereby we are launched across the ocean riding a coral wave.
Hope your luck changes.
The voices of the coral. Currents coursing.
I then got the bronze trophy, Ocean Crossing. While Data Log Collector was a silver trophy, it required me to obtain 10 data logs, which was easily done passively for our missions. However, the next trophy, not so much. In Attack for Old Spaceport mission, we are tasked with destroying several warships and fighting 2 ACs with our trusty mate Rusty, much like in the Juggernaut boss fight.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've got your back, buddy. Hope you've got mine.
However, at the end we do get a little surprise and the bronze trophy, a new threat.
It's time, 621. You ready?
The next trophy is Air on the Coral, which is obtained from the mission Destroy the Ice Worm. This is hands down probably my favourite mission in this whole game. And it's pretty badass with the whole build up and everything.
All or nothing.
Though it most certainly is a gimmick boss, so all of you Bed of Chaos lovers out there, I do feel your pain somewhat, but I low-key don't mind this gimmick in this case. Once the mission's over, we do get the bronze trophy, Air on the Coral. The bronze trophy, Into the Unknown Territory. Another story trophy that required me to clear the underground exploration Deaths Part 3. In this mission we blew up the pressure chamber and fled after facing off with a solo AC. And at this point in the game, I unlocked and completed all the combat aptitude evaluation programs in the arena, awarding me with the Testing Complete silver trophy. Re-education, a bronze trophy is received by finishing the mission Reach the Coral Convergence, in which we come into contact with the Ibis series CEL-240, which is basically like a coral mech rocking some RGB.
Get ready, 621. One more.
Floating City is an easy bronze trophy, but no doubt an annoying mission, to say the least. Getting an S rank on this mission was a real ball ache, like seriously a ball ache, as we expected to defend it from the incoming invaders for 5 minutes. More on that later. It's all smooth sailing until the snipers arrive, and then the suicide drones race towards the tower. The Fires of Raven is a silver trophy obtained by finishing one of the game endings. For those who have completed the game, this trophy goes without saying. And after our first playthrough, we are thrown back into New Game Plus, where we land Expansion Collector, a silver trophy from obtaining all core expansions. Next is Tuning Expert, a gold trophy, our first gold trophy, which is only acquirable by performing all OS updates. After much gaming and speeding things along here, we find ourselves at the end of our New Game Plus playthrough, which rewards me with Liberators of Rubicon, a silver trophy. This one's probably one of the better endings in my opinion.
Walter. We have to go. Raven. One day, humanity and Coral will thrive together.
Towards the end of my New Game Plus playthrough, I obtained Master of Arena, another gold trophy from unlocking all extra arena bosses only possible from completing New Game Plus and New Game Plus missions. The bronze trophy MIA is from the mission Missing in Action, which is when you betray the majority of all the factions under the orders of Allmind. This mission is only unlocked in New Game Plus. So, this brings me to the third and final ending of AC6, Lia Iacta Est, a silver trophy where we battle it out against Allmind. Partway through the fight, we get backed up by air, which was a cool touch in ensuring victory against the boss. Ending is by far the best though, I must admit.
Isn't it beautiful? Raven, you're finally awake.
In a very strange kind of way, it kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann for anyone who knows of that anime.
Raven, let's meet this new age together.
And simultaneously, here we get the Stargazer, a gold trophy for completing all missions. Now, with the majority of things done, I went back throughout all missions and made sure to collect any combat logs I had missed for the trophy Combat Log Collector, a silver trophy. The Perfect Mercenary is a gold trophy and is by far the hardest trophy in this game, thus rightfully giving it its 8 out of 10 difficulty rating as mentioned at the start of the video. Here we have to complete every single mission on top of already completing the game 3 times, perfecting the mission rankings in order to get an S rank, which you could argue is playing the game on a 4th playthrough. Add insult to injury, can only be done by doing it through the mission replay mode. However, with much grievance, I did finally do it. Went on to another quest for the missing frame parts, which awarded me with the trophy External Parts Collector, a silver trophy. Did much the same with Internal Parts Collector, which is another silver trophy, followed by Weapons Collector. Asset Holder is a gold trophy obtained by obtaining all other parts, so it was a natural pop after having those last few done. And last but not least, Graphic Designer, bronze trophy, which required me to customize my AC. And as you can see, my artistic skills are pretty outstanding. That awarded me with the Platinum Trophy, Armored Core, which was, believe me, after 45 plus hours of no life in this game, was strangely a pleasant addition to the Souls family of trophies. Even though it's technically not a Souls game, or let me be more accurate, it's not a Souls game, but I consider it one from the FromSoft family of games. So that does it for this video, but let me know what trophy or mission you found the most difficult in this game. It was one hell of a ride and a pretty good introduction to the AC universe for a complete novice such as myself. Hopefully if they do any new games in the future, I'll definitely be interested. But yeah, with that said and done, Zetsu out, have a good one.